All right, Joe 187, come on up and have a seat in the witness chair, please, for me. All right. Juror 187, madam, do you know who juror 409 is that sits in the front row?
No, I don't.
Okay, lady sits right in that last chair over here. Do you know her? No, like when we're coming in, jurors sit usually in their seats they've claimed.
No.
Okay. All right. Did you ever hear any discussion about the media?
No.
Okay. That's all I need to ask you.
Okay.
Step back in your headquarters. Don't discuss anything you talked about. I'll call you back out in just a minute. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. 204, sorry, name. Oh, I should say 213, please. 213. Thank you. 213? Yes. All right, Juror 213, come on up and have a seat in the witness chair for me, please. All right, Juror 213, just a couple of questions. Do you happen to know who Juror 409 is that sits in the front row? Very last chair over there to your, as you're facing the jury box, your left?
49?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did you overhear any discussion about the media?
15 minutes.
All right, I'm going to put a pin in for today. Okay? All right, counsel, so we'll continue. I'll call our jurors back out, and we'll continue with Officer Henry's examination tomorrow. Okay. Just for planning purposes tomorrow, for all council, I think that it would be conceivable that we just plan on finishing Officer Henry, because that's about all the time we'll have in the morning, because the court's got some other unrelated business, and I told you all I would be concluding around the noontime hour. So I think it will probably just be that. So you can kind of figure out for Friday, we'll have a half day that starts at 1 o'clock, and we'll go to, about 4 or 5 o'clock. All right? Okay. You can hold your ministerial inquiries or anything like that. I'll go ahead and call our jurors out. We'll dismiss them. I'll dismiss them formally for the evening, and then we can, if there's anything else we need to cover, I'll do so at that point in time. Okay? And I'll tell our jurors to probably report tomorrow morning. I'm going to tell them to report in about 1000 hours, and we'll get started somewhere between 10 and 10:30, and then we'll finish with Officer Henry, and I think that'll be our day tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Any further inquiry at this point in time? Okay, but you can re-inquire once we're finished. All right, can you call for our jurors, Sergeant Ingram, please? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, members of the jury. Since it is almost the witching hour, time for you to leave for the day, I think it might be in a good stopping point at this point in time. So we'll resume with the examination of our current witness tomorrow. I'm going to ask you to report for 1,000 hours, and then we'll get started sometime between 10 and 10:30. It's going to be a very short work day. Once we complete the examination of that particular witness, we will conclude for the day. You'll get the afternoon to, as I promised earlier, to take care of any other appointments or any things you need to do. And then Friday, it is the court's intention for you to have the morning off and for you to report for 12:30 so we can start at 1 o'clock. So that's our next couple of days worth of work and instructions, okay? I remind you of your constant and all following ad nauseum admonitions, okay? Remember, do not discuss the matter amongst yourselves. Do not let anybody discuss it in your presence. If anybody tries to contact you, send you a note, anything such as that, I would need to know about that. It is very, very important that you only consider what is presented in the four walls of this courtroom. You're not authorized to consider anything else that would be from any outside sources, such as the news media or any other third parties or anything that would be inconsistent with the court's earlier directives to you. And remember, you're not supposed to go out and visit the scenes or any of the addresses that have been depicted or you've learned at this point in time. Don't take your notepads home. Leave them in your basket. Take your juror sticker for tomorrow morning and just put it back on when you come back inside the courthouse tomorrow morning for your arrival at 1,000 hours. I'm going to go ahead and just ask you. Remember I told you that I recommend all of you come off of social media? Remember? Okay. I'm going to ask that you come off of any apps you have, like such as Facebook or Instagram or anything such as news feeds that you may get. And the reason being is for a couple things. One, they have algorithms in it that pick up whatever it is, the location you're in, and the temptation is just really great. I don't want you to be exposed to anything inadvertently. Okay, so I would ask that you do that. And you probably ask, well, I need to at least keep up with what's going on. Do that when you get home, but I would ask that that if you came off of the media apps or social media, you won't have that issue to deal with. There won't be anything that pops up on your feed or anything that may cause you to come in contact with anybody or any third party that is broadcasting about this trial. That is my concern for all of you, is I know that all of you are going to follow my directives and not listening to this case, but it's just too much a temptation for people to kind of like, oh, let me just recap of the case today on the AJC or 11 Live or Channel 2 or 46. I'm asking that you all just do that. Any apps, any news feeds, anything, come off of those. And remember, just be zealous about whenever you're watching any particular news, that you be mindful of the court's admonitions, okay? Because the other apps are like Instagram or Facebook, because, like I said, they have algorithms that ordinarily are tied, a lot of them to zip code and place. So that's why if you come off of them or sign out of them, then you won't have that issue when you check your phone or anything else, or you're going to that. I know it may seem a lot, but it's that important, okay? Because we do not want you to be exposed to any third-party sources of information. Because remember, the only thing you can consider is what's lawfully presented in the four walls of this courtroom. You can't consider any outside sources. And remember, it would be a violation for you to talk amongst yourselves about anything else that you might have been heard or exposed to. And remember, I told you, that's how most people tell on themselves in terms of, well, hey, this is what I heard on such and such and such and such. So it's just, don't give yourself the temptation So I'm going to ask that you do that, okay? So I know it seems like a lot, but please go ahead and do that. It'll a further measure to make sure that we are having a fair trial, lawful trial, just trial as to all sides, okay? All right. What ministerial inquiry do you have of me, any members of our jury, other than whether I'm going to feed you? I'm working on it, okay? All right. Okay, anything else? Anybody have any questions of me? Say again?
Not today.
Not today, okay, all right. Are you running? There's always tomorrow, right? Okay. Are all of you okay with notepads? Anybody need some new notepad or anything like that? You about to run out? Okay, let me know. I know a lady. We got plenty of them, okay? So just remember that, or any writing utensils or anything such as that, please let us know. Are your headquarters sufficient?
Yes.
You still good with that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Anything else that you want to complain about? Okay, I don't know if I can do anything about it anyways, but I'll give you that form. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your patience, and thank you for the patience that you've given us, and you're going to continue to give us. I can't underscore that enough to you. So unless you have any other questions of me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to excuse you for the evening, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1000 hours for anticipated 10 to 10:30 start time, okay? All right, all rise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our jury has left us. Okay, counsels, before you leave for the day, can I get somebody from your table to bring up these particular devices, the listening devices, as they have to be charged every night? So if you can come up and give them to Mr. Kearns as you police up your items for the end of the day, that would be most appreciated by the court. Okay, any questions of me? All right, so tomorrow we will just finish the test. Mr. Sharp, this is just for you, okay? Tomorrow we are going to finish the testimony of Officer Henry. That's it. No other witnesses will be called. What are your questions, sir?
Ms. Westmoreland asked me to ask.
Oh, you're such a... Oh, that's low down, man. That is low down. What is he asking?
What time? I think she wasn't listening.
1000 out. Just make sure you're in pocket by 10. Please make sure you're in pocket by 1000 hours, 10 o'clock, and we'll get started between 10 and 10:30. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right, no problem. Mr. Steele, anything, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, and I'll have a question. Your Honor, the court granted certificate of review. I believe that the denial that you entered on the 27th day of November, 2023, to the plea and bar, general demurral motion to dismiss, failure to assert essential elements is directly appealable, but just in an abundance of caution, Your Honor, the court also grants a certificate of review.
No. I would not. I only want to try the case once if I can help it. If you have a direct appeal, then I can't stop you from doing that, but I'm not going to grant a discretionary certificate with all due respect to you, sir, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have any other inquiry or question of the court? Okay. Unless there's anything else, then if you all could please give me your listening device, the receiver or the listening devices before you go. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 hours, okay? All right, we're in recess.